Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this video finds you, I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and today I've got a Ringside Collectibles unboxing. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. Welcome back. Like I said, today I've got a Ringside Collectibles unboxing, and I've only got a couple things, but the two that I ordered here, I'm one very excited for. They're for me, big holes in my collection, and two, they're very nostalgic, and I'll get to why in a second. But let's unbox. So number one here, we have the Elite Series 108 Terry Gordy. And admittedly, this was one I was shocked. I did not expect to get a Terry Gordy in Elite form, which I don't know, maybe I should have since we got the Michael Hayes. So we've got 2/3 of the Freebirds here. The Terry Gordy figure I think is awesome though. I was shocked. So I do want to get it out, take a look at it a little bit, and see if it's worth picking up two versions. All right, well, we got Terry Gordy out of the packaging, and if I've learned anything from Mattel these last couple of years, is that they are willing to give us some deep cut guides. The Legends line coming back, I think, has been massive for Mattel. We've gotten, like, I know this isn't in the Legends line, but we've been getting a lot more older figures. So a lot of older characters, Captain Lou Albano and like Sultan were in the most recent wave. Just guys that I didn't expect to get. When I started collecting Mattel, they really were just hitting off like the big names, obviously, because they were new. And I had just come off collecting Jakks Classic Superstars. So there were some like super deep cuts. And I don't think I expect Mattel to ever give us a Johnny Rodz figure like Jakks did. But even Terry Gordy, I was surprised by. So the head sculpt for this, I think, is fantastic. I like this. I had the Jakks version, and this is vastly superior. I think this is way better than the one we got from Jakks. Even though they've given us some really good head sculpts, I think this Terry Gordy looks fantastic. Obviously, he's got double jointed arms and everything. He's got the bigger torso. I think I like this choice of torso for him, and the skinnier legs. They didn't give him that fits his body very well. I don't know. I don't think any of the parts are new. A very simple figure just out of the box, but a good one nonetheless. And I mean, that's what I would expect from a Terry Gordy. That's kind of why I didn't expect to ever get one. He comes with the microphone gripping hands, but that is not why I was as pumped to get this figure. The reason I was pumped is because you can make an entirely new executioner version of this guy. So I'm going to get that done up, and then I'll take a look at that as well. There he is in all his jobber glory. We've got the executioner, and this is like if you wanted the greatest hits Kane and your mom said we have Kane at home, you get the executioner, and them adding this as a double figure is awesome to me. I think this, I love this so much, and my memory of the executioner, he was involved in the Buried Alive match between Mankind and Undertaker, and I hated him, and he did, like, I don't know, he's just a goofy character that is very much a product of the time for WWE, and again, not one I was going to expect to get. The first ever pack that I got of wrestling, the first ever wrestling figures I got was a 4-pack with Mankind, Undertaker, Paul Bearer, and the Executioner. And at that point, I didn't even know who the Executioner was. I just bought it for Mankind and Undertaker, and then saw the match later in my wrestling years. But they did a fantastic job, and the cloth goods are so nice. It's ridiculous. It's like very stretchy. The head sculpt pops on well. The cape looks good. Like, they put so much effort into this relatively plain Terry Gordy figure to make it an awesome one. So if I do see this, I'll probably pick up a second one, or when they go on sale on Ringside, I'll pick up a second one. But first piece of the order here is fantastic. So next up here is why I made this order in the first place. I threw in the Terry Gordy because it was supposed to have this kind of the same pre-order window, but I've got the Undertaker from the Vault figure of his defining moments, I believe, well before I was collecting. Again, that's, for me, I love the From the Vault series. I love the greatest hits and everything. We're going to keep getting those re-releases, and this was one I ordered immediately, so I am extremely excited to get this out of the package. Okay, time to get Taker out here, and there's a lot about this I didn't know. I didn't have this figure originally. For some reason, I was thinking he was going to be on ratchet joints, because that's typically what we get with Undertaker, and maybe he was originally, but this one is on ball joints, so it moves really well, side to side. He's got good movement, back and forth, he's got good movement, and then for the arm, so a lot of things about this version of Undertaker, just this look for Undertaker is a lot different than what we've gotten before. So he's typically always kind of had like the long tights. Other than his American Badass years, he's had the long tights and then some sort of singlet top. So maybe it wasn't like a singlet, but it was like a shirt. So typically not a lot of huge difference. Like we've got Ministry Taker. We've got, like, he's got his different eras, obviously, but this one is just feels way different to me. He's got like the baggy pants. He comes with this jacket cover, and it's got the holes in the back. So they just plug in. Let me try and get this here. So they just port in like that. Whoop, there we go. Think I got it. So I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking the wings originally were rubber, and I could be wrong there. They might have been just like this, but these port in on the back. They've got like a plastic piece in here, so it holds the frame of the wings, and then it moves, so you can make them go like in and out. And this is from Survivor Series 1996. He fought Mankind and came out with hanging from the ceiling with the bat wings, which is way cooler in figure form than it was in real life. That's kind of an entire Undertaker likes to forget about. It was just all of it was awkward, but everything as far as this figure I love. I really like the jacket for this just pops off, and then underneath this rubber also the rubber overlay also comes off. This one piece won't really stick, so I'm not going to take it off. I assume it's just the same Undertaker torso we've gotten before. He's got the teardrop look on his face. This head sculpt is different. We don't have any head sculpts that look like this. It's so different. He obviously doesn't have any gloves on, which is different because, he always has the MMA kind of gloves, at least on the figures. That wasn't exactly what he always wore, but he always had some sort of glove on typically. And even just for the time period, I don't think he wore this look very long, but he did for a little bit, and in my head it's just kind of what I think of with the new generation. Even though he kind of wore his black and purple, I think during this time period, his more classic look, but this was a change slightly before the Attitude Era. So it's got the stitching on the chest here, on the side of the pants. Just really, I was so pumped when we got this re-release, but I'm going to do a video where I talk about what other figures I'd like to see in the re-release line. But this was one. This was top of my list. I've been trying to get it for a long time, and I'm willing to pay above retail for some figures, but not an outrageous amount. Red Rooster is at the top of my list right now. I can't really get him for less than 50, maybe 45 on eBay, but been trying to track him down. So last thing I didn't want to do was get the gang together here. So we've got the Mankind, which is the Ringside exclusive we've gotten recently. Obviously there's Undertaker. Grab my Build-A-Figure Paul Bearer because I do not have the new one that has the updated body. So we've got Paul Bearer here, and then of course the new Executioner figure. And we could move these guys back a little bit, get them all in the view. There we go. There is my Buried Alive 4-pack. And then I forgot, so we've got the wings and the jacket with Undertaker, and then he comes with a mic holding hands, as well as the fists. But that's it. That is everything. So wanted to take a look at all those, get them all together on the screen. Very, like I said, very nostalgic for me. But that is it. I've got more. I have a bunch of stuff pre-ordered from Ringside, so going to be excited to get that in the coming months. And I've always got stuff pre-ordered. Got more head sculpts coming in. So if you made it to the video, you want to watch some more unboxings, we have plenty. We've got a full playlist on the channel. We have Work in Progress Wednesday. Like, if you name it, we've got some stuff to check out on the channel. So I appreciate that. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, and remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy more action figures. Figure Dude out.